Are we on the air?
Yes, you are.
OTA Live is the name of the show. Tuesday nights, man, 10 to 1. Ty Harper, Res Digital hanging out. Special edition tonight, no bio. We do this OTA talk thing about once a month. And, man.
This is crazy, man.
It's been kind of crazy lately. Today, no exception. Yo, Ty, you want to do the honors?
Man, like, honestly, a lot of moments in the last couple of months. This one goes up there, man. 1/4 of hip-hop's most loved group, A Tribe Called Quest, Q-Tip. It is such an honor to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Man, like, this is like moments for us, man. We had Premier, we had Ali, Prince Paul,
Hank Shockley.
And to end it off with this, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Thank you, fam.
I know your time is limited, so we'll keep it moving.
It's all good. I'm here to dish it.
Two things that I gotta ask you as a fan, and I know a lot of people need clarity and closure on these ones. First off, Q-Tip, the name.
Yes.
Derived from what?
Actually, it was like a goof kind of because growing up in the hood, how you get a little nickname and the kids, everybody just calls you it, whatever. So mine's came because Africa from the Jungle Brothers, when we were in high school, said that my voice sounded like a baby's voice, and there was like this commercial that was running at the time, and it was like a Q-Tip commercial with a baby in it, and it was the baby playing with this big Q-Tip and called me Q-Tip. And I guess that's how it stuck. And then the Q kind of turned into a Queens thing.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Okay, we always heard that one, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And Q-Tip putting something into the heads of people was another thing I heard.
Well, then I have to try to, because I hate that name so much.
Come up with justifications.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All good.
The other thing that a lot of people have had an argument very passionately about.
Relax yourself, girl. Please settle down.
Thank you. He even knew what I was going to say.
Please settle down.
Hey, how many times you get asked that question?
All the time. I swear.
We needed closure.
I get it all the time.
We needed closure. Even when you guys came, I believe.
Oops. I got you.
Even when you guys came, I believe in it was like 96. And you guys were on the mic. We heard you guys say it, but we still needed the closure. We still needed the closure.
I hope you got it.
Your place in hip hop's history as a legend is guaranteed. What's inspired you to come back now to the game of hip hop?
Well, I haven't really gone anywhere. It's just been an interesting ride for me. I did my last album, which was Amplify, which had Breathe and Stop Environment thing on it. I was Clive Davis signed me, and I was talking to Clive about doing this album that I had. This idea I had to put this band together, and it was just perfect for me because Clive did Earth, Wind & Fire and Sly and the Family Stone, so I was talking to him about really doing something new like that, and then he got taken out of his position, and he called me and wanted me to come to J Records, and then Leor Cohen and Russell Simmons called me and told me that I should just go with L.A. Reid and not deal with Clive. Which in a way I kind of regret, because I stayed with LA and I did this album called Kamal the Abstract, and unfortunately, he loved it. We sent it out to press. We were getting amazing reviews for it. It was something that hadn't been done.
Yeah.
And I recorded it in 98 into 99, and we were ready to go. And then LA kind of got cold feet, didn't know what the single was, and the whole business aesthetic popped in, and I got nerved out, and I told him let me go, and he did. Interestingly enough, about a year and a half later, the Speaker Box Love Below came out, and I referenced that just because of the attributes of that record, especially Andre's record. It was similar to mine. He didn't bite or nothing like that. We were just creatively on the same wave.
On that vibe,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And maybe as well possibly proving the point that creativity can sometimes translate to commercial success too.
As well, so that was kind of bummed. So I went to DreamWorks and I recorded this other album, my band called Open, which was really dope, and then DreamWorks folded.
But how do you just come off doing this creative work of art and then just switch it and okay, I'll go do another album?
Because you can't get discouraged, because I just feel like it's a vessel. You know, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? God is definitely blessed. I'm anointed and touched to be able to be in this position and have these opportunities. And my whole mind state was like, I did it once, I'll just challenge myself. It's just another challenge. You know what I'm saying? So I did another one, and then that didn't come out because the label folded, DreamWorks folded, and it was absolved by Interscope. So I stayed at Geffen Interscope for like a year, and not much transpired. And then because the label head then didn't know she was gonna be there, a month after I left, she wound up getting fired. So it was a good decision, and now I'm at Universal, and here we are. You know what I'm saying?
We listened to this, and it's a long, drawn-out process. Does making an album, especially considering the temperament of hip-hop right now, is it still a labor of love for you? Like when you...
Yeah, I love it, man. I love creating music. I love doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely a joy. You know what I'm saying? To do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have went through all of that trouble. You know?
Yeah. From about 95, we started realizing that Q-Tip was doing solo projects. The show soundtrack might have been the first joint that you did on your own with Glamour and Glitz. Then we saw the Lone Ranger joint, It's Yours. What about Q-Tip, the solo artist, is different from Q-Tip with A Tribe Called Quest?
Well, it's just that it's not the same chemistry. It's not the same makeup. You know, there's no fight, there's no Ali, there's no Droby. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different in that regard, just from, I guess, just a technical standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in that regard, that's what kind of makes it different. You know?
Tribe was one of the few hip-hop groups in our era to balance that commercial success with the core sensibilities of who you were. I mean, we all see what happens when artists go through the ringer of the music industry. What's the biggest, and I know that there might have had to have been compromises, what's the biggest compromise you remember having to make when you were with Tribe?
The biggest compromise I had to make when I was with Tribe?
Yeah. Musically, or even just things that had to...
I'm sure that there's some bigger, but I guess the one that I can think of is when we were doing Low End Theory, and I did the beat to Butter. I did all the music for Tribe. I don't know a lot of people. I did a couple of interviews prior. So the guy who interviewed me, the last one, he's like, man, you have to let people know that you produced, because a lot of people don't know that you produced it. I'm like, okay. So now I have to let you know that I produced all the music for the first 2 trials, whatever. So anyway, I was doing the beat for Butter. And I was like, yo, this would be dope if we come at it this way. And Fife was just like adamant on like, no, I'm vibing on this. I want this, da-da-da-da-da-da. And there was some chicks in the studio or whatever, because we always had like Tribites or Questers, I would call them. We always have like flocks of people in the studio.
Yeah, right.
So all these kids was in there and all these girls was in there. It was like, no, you should let him vibe on that. I'm saying, if he wants it, you should let him do it. And I just remember feeling like, wow,
it's crazy how
I'm going
people
to have to compromise.
Yeah.
I remember saying that to myself, like, so that's kind of like, I'm sure that there's, like I said, I'm sure there's others that are probably more monumental and stuff like that. But
okay.